Count to 10.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Val and this is my everyday life. On today's video, I want to talk a very important subject, but it is also a very touchy subject. I know that it can be very triggering to some people. So I just want to talk about my experience and what I've been feeling and what I've been going through for the past few months, pretty much ever since quarantine started. And I hope you stay along to hear about it. So long story short, I want to talk about bodies. More specifically, I'm going to be talking about my body because that's the one that I live in, and it's the one that I know and that I've known for my entire life, and the one that I experience life with. I want to start off by saying that I mean no harm or no disrespect to anyone with a different body type. I'm just trying to give an example of my experiences and the way that I've been feeling for the past few months, and that everybody is a good body. Everybody is valid, and there is no one standard body size. The title of this video is Clothes That I'm Getting Rid of Because They No Longer Fit Me and Why That's Okay. It took me a while to realize that it is okay to grow out of a size and fit into a bigger size. This is a process that has been taking me on a journey, to say the least. If I take you all the way back to when I was little, I've always been a pretty skinny person, which means that I'm gonna be talking throughout this video from a privileged point. And it's a privilege that only recently have I come to notice that I even had it. Because it hasn't been until recently that my eyes have been opened up to the reality that not everybody has the same bodies. That's something that I've known, but it's not something that I ever questioned whenever I went to buy clothes to a store. So I'm still learning, and I'm still trying to open up my mind and see what changes do we need to make in order for every person feel valid when they enter a clothing store. Because I've always been so skinny ever since I was very little. My mom has made sure that I eat properly and I eat a good diet that will keep me healthy and that I would consume the proper nutrients that my body needed. I never really cared for sports or exercising or anything like that. The only time that I ever exercised was in my early 20s. I started doing Pilates. I did that for a few years, and the main reason why I did it was because I have scoliosis, and scoliosis gives you really bad back pains. And so I was mainly doing it to help my back pains and not to lose weight or anything like that. Ever since I've been 18 years old, I've been very standard in the places that I buy my clothes from, and I have always been the exact same size at this store. It used to be really hard for me to find clothes that I liked, more specifically pants or jeans, because my legs were so skinny that it wouldn't fit the way that I wished, or they wouldn't fit the way that I wanted to, until I found Zara. Zara is a place where for the first time I tried on a pair of pants and they actually fit everywhere nicely and precisely the way I wanted to. I have always been the exact same size. Flash forward all the way to 2020, COVID-19 happens, it hits during March, and quarantine happens. I think that we live in a world where we just care way too much about what society thinks of us. And when we were granted with all this free time to do whatever we wanted, a lot of people took it into their hands to do a lot of home workout, and a lot of them made it a point to be like, if you don't lose weight during this quarantine time, then what have you been doing? That is a toxic mentality, okay? We are going through a pandemic. There is no reason why you should be losing weight. If you want to, that's fine. If you don't want to, that's fine too. And with today's apps and the fact that you can literally change your body shape and make yourself look skinnier, even videos. Why are we doing this? Why is this something that we're promoting to our younger generations? Why do we see this as okay? So again, we're in March 2020, quarantine, and a lot of people are telling you, you should be losing weight. Well, guess what? I was not losing weight. In fact, I was actually gaining weight. And that is where the point of this whole video starts. It started with me looking at myself in the mirror and realizing that my body was changing. I want to clarify, this is okay. It is okay for my body to change. And the thing is, that I know that logically I shouldn't be aspiring to have the body that I had when I was 18, when I am 26 right now. It took me so long to realize that it was okay. And why? Because of everything that we see and that we're presented on in the media, and everything that shows that women are supposed to look a specific way. And the moment that you don't fit into that standard, you're wrong. So I spent a few months really not wanting to accept the fact that this was something that was happening to my body. I didn't try on a lot of my pants because I knew they wouldn't fit. I kept buying more shorts and they were still pretty tight, but I kept thinking, you know what, I can do it. I can wear it, even though I was agonizing because all of my organs were trying to keep themselves in a very small area that I was containing them in. Until one day I had to go to the doctor and she said that whatever was happening to me, it was happening to me because I was wearing very tight jeans. So I came back home that day after the doctors and I was very sad and I was like, what am I gonna do? There are all these pair of jeans that I absolutely love and I don't want to get rid of. But at the same time, I cannot longer wear them. I have to realize that this is not okay. What I'm doing to my body is not okay and I need to go and buy more jeans in a different size. So that's what I did. I took a little trip to the shopping mall and I went to the same store that I always buy my clothes in, and I decided that I would go just one size bigger, mainly because my body hasn't really changed that much. I just need a little bit more space in certain areas for my body to feel comfortable. So I bought 3 jeans in the exact same size. I even bought one of them in a size bigger than that. I had been a size 34 in jeans, which I believe is a US 2, for 8 years of my life. I decided to go to a US 4. One of the ones that I bought was actually a US 6. Because of COVID, changing rooms are closed. So you buy your clothes, you go back home, you try them on. If they fit and you like them, great. If they don't fit, then you gotta go back and return them or exchange them or whatever the deal is. I bought the jeans, I came back home. I try on a pair of skinny US 4 jeans and oh my god, they actually fit. Why did I ever do differently? I take them off, I go and try on the other pair of US 2 jeans and they do not fit. I could not close those jeans even though I tried, and believe me, I did. And try on the other pair of skinny jeans, which I bought in a size 6, and they do not fit. You can imagine how my head started spiraling after that, and I just felt really bad about my body. And then it took me a few more seconds to realize, wait, it's not my body. What is wrong is the sizing and the numbers that appear on these pair of jeans. I understand, okay? I get that jeans and types of jeans are made from different models depending on the type of jean that you're gonna wear, whether it's skinny or slim or a mom jean or whatever. And I know they're made with different types of material and whatnot, but it is not possible that I tried 3 pairs of jeans. 2 of them are the same size and one of them was a size bigger, and only one of them fit. So I went back and I exchanged both of them for a size bigger. Obviously they both fit fine, but I was still not really tackling the fact of all the jeans that I already owned that I was avoiding putting on and trying them on to see whether they fit or not. That is when this happened. 16 pair of jeans that I'm having to let go because they no longer fit me. It was hard when I started seeing the pile get bigger and bigger and bigger, and I looked back into my closet and half of it was gone. I bought 2 more jeans to replace some of the ones that I'm giving away and I'm actually gonna sell. And it was on that trip that I actually realized how wrong the system is. I realized of my privilege. I realized that I am lucky and fortunate enough to go into a store and never really wonder whether something or not will fit me, because even if it doesn't, there's always gonna be something that will. I can literally go in and anything that's there, I know for a fact that if I want it, I would be able to get. What I was doing in order to figure out whether a jean would fit me or not was measure them. And while I was doing this is when I realized, how can it be that between 1 or 2 sizes, the difference is barely any inches at all. And that makes me really sad. And I think it's very hard nowadays to find options when it comes to brands and sizing. And it makes me really ashamed to have lived for 26 years and be realizing now that this is a problem and that this is an issue, and how blindsided have I been to this. We live in a world where if you are not model or Instagram or thin, you're not welcomed to a store to buy clothes. The fashion industry is something that's been wrong forever. It creates these ideas of status. People want what they can't obtain. It is extremely sad that it also works in a way that selects a few that are only able to have it. I know how triggering something like this can be to any other girl. I really hope that you, if you're watching this video, understand that I'm not trying to offend anyone. My hope with this is to open up somebody else's mind that maybe hadn't realized about this like I hadn't realized about this. Also want and hope that we can be better. We can grow in a society where girls don't have to hide their bodies or be ashamed of their bodies or feel like they don't fit in just because they can't afford or they can't go to a clothing brand because they don't make sizes that would fit them. I hope younger generations realize that being thinner or skinnier doesn't make you a better or worse person. The body that you were born in is the body that works and that will carry you through life, and you should be thankful for it. I'm still learning about the subject and what this means to other people, and I want to try to be better when it comes to choosing what brands I get my clothes from. Every body is different, and that's a magical thing. You need to understand that even if every human in the planet followed the same diet and ate the exact same thing every single day, we would all still have different bodies. We're all different and we're all unique, and we should appreciate that. But I'm sorry if stuff like this, if brands or the fashion industry in general has ever made you feel like you're less, because you're not. Bodies do not define us. What does define us is our kindness, or the way that we treat the world and the environment and those around us. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know that maybe I was a little bit all over the place. I'm still trying to learn, and I'm still trying to read from other people's perspectives and people who obviously experience different things that I have, because I can only talk from my own experience. So I will leave it at that. I hope we can all learn more. I've been reading a lot more. I've been watching some videos that have opened up my mind even more and made me realize about the privilege that I have and how to actually deal with it and how to make something from it and speak for the better. And I hope this video somehow helped. I post videos every Tuesday and Fridays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so if you want to check my videos, please subscribe down below, like this video if you enjoyed it, and hit the notification bell if you want to find out whenever I upload a video. You can also follow me on Instagram. That's where I did the first rant about this subject when I first realized that I didn't fit into a lot of my clothes. So if you want to stay tuned with my day-to-day life, that's where you will find me. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.